They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when the drop, whole game in the chokehold. I be out on a late night, opposite a play fight. See slime break night, this break night. My wristwatch is like a brake light. And you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your in them. Hate me, they hate me. What should I do? Keep getting money. It's funny, I was just like you. Super Bowl Sunday. With the facts. Security guard told Kevin Hart to relax. Oh! Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. I reinvented myself. They sort of hated it.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Hey, 88.
Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Reset. Hey,
a loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, Montgomery. And a nice spin into some open field. 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery, 76 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. They always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Tuesday.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Gun.
Ryan, flush to his right. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Did him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. will be brought down at about the 43 then.
Those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here.
Hey, wait. Wait. 11.
On second down, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. No catches for him in the wild card win last week, but he's got a first quarter grab here.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
12.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go. Gun.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all your stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. It's Coleman here. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Solid job up front, and now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
And that one gets blocked. There's simply nothing simple about trying to execute the PAT in some snow.
No, absolutely not. We saw Exhibit A of it right there.
You know, one thing that's going to be happening in the game now, the analytics side is going to get involved about what it takes, what the percentages are in the snow, what it's going to be like in the rain. All those things are going to come into play. You may see people decide to go for 2 more often if you have inclement weather.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
319.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 60 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
They pitch it out to Montgomery. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. And Myers able to knock it through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake. Just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, South! Hey, South!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. Ryan to the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
22! Hey, South! Hey, Tuesday!
Now it's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him...
Gun! 21! Gun!
fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He'll buy some time right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
319. Hey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
.319.
They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Here we go. 58.
Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Right. Done.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. They'll roll him out right, and that is incomplete.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
20.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
12.
Operating from the gun, Ryan, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go. Hey, gun.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
Get up!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Mike Daniels in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
22! Hey, Sub! Hey, express! 20! Gotta go!
Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Second and goal from the 1.
Gun!
Ryan keeps it on the sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. This time the extra point up and good. And that'll make it 17-13. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Jumbo! Oko, over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And his throw here's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
20.
This is Coleman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Tuesday.
Coleman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
They'll run it. Freeman going absolutely nowhere. They'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Devontae Freeman, his shiftiness doesn't pay off here in short yardage, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A dump underneath to Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
319.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And here now come the Falcons. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Play action. It's Ryan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Ryan now 14 out of 17, 82%, and it's 1st and 10. Ryan will throw again. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw again is Ryan. Flushed out right. Fighting through. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Tuesday.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And some room to work. Touchdown, Packers. Ty Montgomery saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To throw on 2nd down, Ryan. And it's incomplete.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the 2nd person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, 2nd drive, not much better. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and long. It's Ryan. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. And in this weather, and I know you weren't a quarterback, you were on the defensive side of things, but how hard is it to throw that football?
It can't be easy because you never know how the moisture is going to affect things, and each quarterback handles it differently. Some of them are a little bit better than others. Depends whether they wear a glove, not wear a glove, how cold is it. You know, all those things go into it. But it goes to everything else. Keeping your footing when you're running routes. Supposedly you have the advantage as a receiver because you know where you're going, but that's not easy as well. Finally, just locating the ball when it finally comes through the snow. Kids love snow. Players, not so much at times.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a 1st down. Ryan now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They toss to Freeman. And he's got this down to the 35. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
21.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
21. 11.
They run the play fake to Coleman. Now Ryan eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to, and this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play for a touchdown. But what happens as a defensive back is your eyes have to go to the right place. You always hear Coach talk about, are your eyes in the right spot? Well, this time the eyes went to the play action. It froze their feet. They weren't moving, and he went on past them and caught the pass for a touchdown.
54, South. Set the tone, defense.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
58. Let's go, Pete. Zoom.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
58.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Hey, stop. 54, stop. Gun.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Hey, gun. Gun. Hey, Tuesday. 21.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kenny Clark able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7.
20. Hey, stop.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
No. 58.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back now at Lambeau. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Michael Kendricks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run with Montgomery. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The toss play to Montgomery. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Able to knock it through, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Gun. Hey, express. Hey, south.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. The 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the gun, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gun. Check 26, 54, south.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. The left side completion to Jones. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Tuesday.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Hey, South!
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Rolling to his right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And Daniels has it over the middle. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hey, let's go! Gun! Wait! Let's go!
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. Sliding out of the pocket. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, right. Hey, South! Left! Go!
They'll look to throw. Freeman with a fast feet out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal. Need to be a little wary of leaving Aaron Rodgers too much time, but you got to score here first. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. They run. Devontae Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Nick Perry coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Rodgers looking to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Rodgers hands to Montgomery. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use another timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Here's Michael Pilardi now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.
how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty, don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor.